Alright guys, in this video we're going to do some mole conversions, and this is just a little extra help. Okay, quick summary on mole conversions. Now I'm going to do these mole conversions using the train track method. Okay, and we should have gone through that in class, and if you missed that then you should get back to me and I'll teach you how to use the train tracks. Okay, remember this is train tracks right here. So whatever unit of measure I'm converting, we'll start in the top left. So let's say I'm going to go from 1 mile and I'm trying to get it to inches. Okay, these are not great units. I don't like miles, inches, feet. I'll rarely do it, but I'll do it just so we can get an idea for it. So miles to inches. Let's say we have 1 mile. Okay, that's my starting point. Then if I have a mile there, I'm going to put miles on the bottom, and I'm going to do a conversion. Well, I know every 1 mile has 5,280 feet. Okay. Since I have a mile on top and a mile unit on bottom, those units will cancel each other out. So in the train track method, that's why we put units on top and bottom, so they'll cancel each other out. I can do the same thing again. I know for every 1 foot, there are 12 inches. Okay. Once again, I am canceling out feet. Whoops, sorry, feet there. The feet cancel out because they're on the top and the bottom. So the answer, if I were to do all the math now, would be only in the unit of inches, because that's all that's left. And it would be on top. So if I were to now solve for this, I take all the numbers on top and I multiply them and I divide them by the numbers on bottom. In this case, I would do 1 times 5,280 times 12, and then I would divide by 1, divide by 1. And anything divided by 1 is just itself, so all I got to do here is take my 1, multiply by 5,280, multiply it by 12. So I would get 63,360 inches. So, for all you curious out there, there are 63,360 inches in a mile. That's a quick little conversion using train track method. Okay, now I'm going to do one that we did in class, and these are with actual moles and grams. Okay, in this first question, I'm going to convert 50 grams of sulfur to moles of sulfur. Okay, so I'm going to start my train tracks here. I have 50 grams, so I'm going to put that in my top left. So I'm starting with grams, and I want to convert it to moles. So I have to get moles on top and grams on bottom. Okay, now grams to moles, or grams per mole, is always molar mass. So in order to do a conversion, I need to use the periodic table. Sulfur has a molar mass of 32.066. And that would be grams per mole. So when I want to put in my train tracks, I'm going to put the 32 grams on bottom for every 1 mole. Okay, and I rounded, and that's going to be just fine. Okay. The grams are on top and bottom, so they cancel out. So if I do the train track method, my answer will come out in moles, which is perfect because that's what I want. So I'll do 50 divided by 32, and my answer is approximately 1.56 moles. Okay, I'm going to do 3 sig figs. As we have learned, we're going to practice using 3 sig figs as I round. So 1.56 moles in this conversion. Okay. Rule of thumb. Oh, actually, we'll go to that at the end. Sorry. Okay, we'll do one more, and then we'll do a quick summary. So we're going to convert from 2 moles of carbon to grams. So this time, I'm starting with moles, and I have 2 moles to begin with. And I'm converting it to grams, so I'm going to have moles on bottom, grams on top, so they cancel each other out. The moles will. The molar mass of carbon I find on the periodic table, it is approximately 12 grams per mole. So I would have 12 grams for every 1 mole. Moles cancel out. Now I can do my train track method. I'll take 2 times 12, divide it by 1, and I'll get 24 grams as my answer. So for every 2 moles of carbon, I get 24 grams of it. Okay, if you're not a big fan of the train tracks and you can do a good job memorizing, the rule is if we're going to go from moles to grams, you just multiply by the molar mass. And if you're going from grams to moles, you divide by the molar mass. We did that here. So in this question, it was grams to moles, so we divided by molar mass. And in this question, we went from moles to grams, so we multiplied by molar mass. So if that's easier for you, that's fine. The reason why I like you to get a good habit of doing train tracks is these train tracks will get more complicated. They will go much longer, like this many conversions, so it's a lot easier to keep track. But if you want to go with this method for shorter problems, that is totally fine. Okay, hopefully that was helpful.